guys, this is another update on how my wedding planning is going. We are 3 months away now. It is March 22nd, we're getting married June 22nd, but I feel like this past month, specifically the past week and a half, we've done a lot and I'm feeling a lot better about things. Yes, okay. I'll just share kind of the things that we did, or I did, the past month. So, big thing, actually there's lots of big things, dress and invitations. So first off, my dress came in about a week and a half ago. I was so nervous, but I actually like it. I do like it. When you look at the inside light, like from inside, it is, you know, you see the champagne color, but I do like the blush and the silver gold-ish. But I stood by the window of the salon, and then it's like lots of natural light, and it looks gorgeous. So I am happy about it. I was a little, I don't know, I think just it wasn't sitting kind of as nicely as when I tried on the one in the store, because I ordered the exact same size, and I had to sign that even though my measurements were showing a little bigger, I wanted to get that size. Now, like I said, it could do up. It wasn't like I was sizing down a ton, but my measurements would have showed I was a size up. But I was like, I can do it up, I can lose a little bit of weight just to make it fit better. So yeah, I was expecting to get that same moment, because when I went to the store I got tried on again, or tried on my dress, and I was expecting to have that same like, wow, this makes me look amazing. And I didn't. And then I got a picture taken, and then I compared it from when I tried apparently the exact same size, and it looked so much better. I don't know, like, and this time it did up with only one sales associate helping me, whereas last time one had to hold and the other one zipped up and I was like pushing. So I think I'm smaller, yet it doesn't look nearly as good, but whatever. I have a seamstress booked. That appointment is April 18th. So I was honestly just hoping that they wouldn't have to do anything to the bodice, just make it a little shorter and put a bustle, and then it would be nice and inexpensive as far as wedding term goes. However, they'll have to alter it because I don't know. I don't know what's up with it, but it's a beautiful dress. It just didn't make me feel as beautiful as the last one did, even though I didn't like the color, but oh well. All right, so then the next thing, we got our invitations. I'm so excited. So I ordered them, well, I had a distinct look in mind that I wanted, so I ordered them from AliExpress.com. And I went, you know, with that site, it's kind of hit and miss. You really have to look at the reviews. So I went with it, and I didn't get it printed because at the time I didn't know what timing it was gonna be. I think I did mention that before. Anyways, they arrived. I love them. So I do have to piece it together and print. So this is all the things that we got, plus a couple extras. But I will show you what it looks like. So we have, you can kind of see this is like a pearlescent envelope. And then you open it. And I did get them to print this. So I wanted the belly band, I wanted the sparkly purple. Well, I just wanted purple, but I do like the sparkly purple, and it's not like the one that transfers off so then you have glitter everywhere. So I did get them to print this because obviously that's just the date, and I knew that was gonna be the date. So then I wanted a tri-fold one, and I was just playing around with kind of this. So we'll probably put our last names. I was just basically making sure that my printer could print on this shiny paper. So something similar to that. And then this will have all the reception details. And then this will be the little RSVP that will kind of tuck in this pocket here. So this is kind of how I received it. And then I was like, there's no RSVP envelopes. And so I contacted the seller, and I was like, we agreed upon envelopes, there's no envelopes. And they're like, oh, we're really sorry, we'll reimburse you, I think $12. And I was like, okay, but, or could you just send me the envelopes? And then they're like, we'll reimburse you $12. So I was like, all right, do you have matching envelopes I can purchase now? And they're just like, we reimbursed you $12. So clearly they didn't actually have the little RSVP envelopes even though we agreed upon it. So then I was stressing out. I'm like, where am I gonna find small enough ones? And originally I was like, I want them to match either like this envelope. Then I was just like, you know, anything this size, even if it's white, it doesn't have to be pearlescent, it doesn't have to be ivory, just anything. Michael's didn't have anything. I went to like all the, well, like Staples and things, they didn't have any. And so then I was looking at art stores. They either didn't have any or it was so expensive. So then I went to the Facebook wedding groups for my city, and someone had recommended a website called papercircle.com. It's actually based out of Vancouver. So I'm like, if I'm going online, I want it out of Canada because I don't want to have to pay duties. Thankfully for this, I only have to pay about $30 of like import duties, but yeah, so I was like, I don't want to have to. So someone recommended that. Amazing! So I got envelopes, completely match. They are also the pearlescent sheen. Like, this looks like they go together. And I'm so happy. And it's like great size as well. Oh, I'm so excited. And then I wasn't sure, there were like different, you can order a sample, but I'm like, meh. So anyways, it was actually not that expensive. It was $15 for 50 envelopes. And then some shipping as well. So happy. So yes, I'm really excited. I think I'm most excited about the belly band. I honestly love this. But yeah, I really wanted to have kind of the pocket. Yeah, so they included these little sticky things. And then I also got some like double-sided tape as well. Now I am having a little trouble printing on the envelope. I don't know what's up. I've tried it with 2 different printers, so the problem is obviously my computer. If I print in black, it just prints the whole thing like a solid block of black. And then, so I've already messed up 2 invitations, or 2 envelopes, and then I was just doing it on a trial. But if I do it like dark, dark, dark purple, it looks a little like pale, but that works. So I don't know. I have to figure that out. That's kind of my thing. But I'm on spring break now, and so I want to do everything with the cards, print and assemble, and have them sent out by the end of the month. So end of March. So that's my project. Okay, so then a couple other things. I got, oh, I'm so excited, so many things. Okay, so I got this, also from AliExpress, I love that thing. It's in plastic, so I don't want to ruin it. So this is what we're gonna ask for the ring bearer, or just give it to him, and these letters come out. And then this also, this is like a little badge, ring security, Jacob ring security. Now honestly, I thought it was a little bigger. I think it was like a 1-year-old holding this. So I thought it was gonna be like double the size, but honestly, his parents don't want to have a huge thing anyways. By the end of, you know, you take a couple pictures and then it just gets recycled, I don't know, thrown out. So really it's okay that it's that big. So I'm very excited for that. And then I ended up making for our flower girl, and it had to be something that could be sent away because our flower girl lives in a different province with her family. So we went to Claire's and got, it was like a ring and bracelet set, well, ring, bracelet, necklace set, but we didn't send the ring because she doesn't need a ring and it was too bulky. We did the necklace and the bracelet, and kind of, I got some inspiration online, but I put it together. I got different colors of like stock paper, and anyways, I went with the plain one, but I do like that one. And yeah, so we asked, well, the girl's parents already said yes, she'll be the flower girl, but now we're officially asking her. Yeah, so really excited about that, and I think it turned out really well, and that's on its way now, and I padded it as well. Now we're trying to look for flower girl dresses. I don't really want to go to David's Bridal or, you know, have this certain one, because then I have to pay like $150 for a flower girl dress. So we've been looking at the Children's Place and like Winners Home Sense, or not Home Sense, Winners Marshalls. I wanted something with kind of somewhat, not exactly the same, but like I wanted to have the kind of tulle on the bottom, puffy, and then something on top, like I don't care that much, but maybe not like all satin or something with some texture. It doesn't have to be flowers like I have flower appliques on mine. And then also finding like an ivory or even champagne, like a dark ivory color. I found so many in white, or then we go all the way pink. So that's kind of our next things. All right, so the next thing, while talking about our ring bearer, is we got a ring box, also from AliExpress. I was toying around with the idea. I'm like, do I want to have like the pillow for the ring bearer to hold? But then I was like, not really. So I may still change my mind, but I thought this was gonna look amazing for photos. Yeah, so I'll kind of zoom in on this so you can see it. So that is kind of what it looks like. And then it has a piece of acrylic we got with our names on it. And then our date. And then you're supposed to, you tie your, obviously not your engagement ring, but you tie your rings like there. So I thought that'd be really cute. And then it comes with like a fake moss that you put in on the bottom. I think we may use, if we have like any leftovers of this, we may put that on the bottom so it's still purple, or something purple. We don't really have a rustic wedding, but anyways, I'm excited for this. It was about $16, so I think that was totally worth it. So then the next, well, we had two big things. We met with our month of coordinator, even though we're still, you know, a couple months off, but to get her help with putting together our timeline. So we've decided we're doing a 3:30 ceremony, and then a 6 o'clock reception. Originally they kind of gave a sample timeline, just to like, you know, get the wheels turning of like, I think a 4:30, and then after the ceremony you have like an hour of cocktail hour, appetizers, and then it can kind of progress right into the reception because it's all at the same place. But I was like, realistically, we have some people with little kids or babies that they may not want to bring to the dinner then. Obviously they're invited, but they may not, as well as I know I need someone to take the dogs out, feed the dogs, give Chloe a pill. So I kind of wanted to have a little gap. I won't be doing that, but I'll delegate someone to do that. So we have organized all of that, and yeah, the timing of everything sounds really good. And I can see now what you get when you hire like a month of or a day of coordinator. Like already, and she's like, this one is only 3 pages. It's like an Excel spreadsheet with like timing of everything. She's like, by the time we're, you know, closer to it, the week before, it'll be about 6 pages, and everyone will be in different colors. Like the MC will have one and he'll know what he'll say. And then, so I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then she's saying like, I'll do this, and then my assistant will come, she'll be doing that. Like, so organized. So I was like, oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm not gonna, there's a lot of like YouTube videos for wedding planners that talk a lot about budget. I'm not gonna address that much, like not do a breakdown of everything. I know I touched a little bit about it last time, like what our DJ cost and things like that, but yeah, there are a lot of great videos that really do help with breakdowns of what things should be. With us, we were budget conscious, however, we weren't stuck on it. I will say that I've already exceeded what I thought it was gonna be by about, well, by the end of it, it'll probably be about $10,000. Honestly, I didn't know that everything for weddings are so freaking expensive. Like, oh my gosh. So, oh well. Like we were doing also a dessert buffet through the person who's doing our cake, and it was like, for the small amount, $500, for the large amount, $700. So I was like, for a dessert buffet? Oh my God. So, yeah. Anyways, we're, yeah, conscious of our budget, but we aren't actually sticking to it like to a T, I guess. However, I will say we met with our florist today, and our budget was that we were, you know, again, we had a number in mind. We were saying about $1,500, but then, I mean, any under is excellent. And if it was like over, if like the florist said, you know, honestly, for what the bouquets and the like centerpieces and things that you want, it cannot work like that. You have to take things off. Then we would have increased it, you know. But we actually came in at like $1,200, so that was awesome. So we met with the florist today, something that I had been not putting off, but like I knew who I wanted to go with. I've heard so many great things about them, but I don't know, we didn't book it, or we didn't meet with them, and so finally now we did. I'm so happy with them. And yeah, for what we're getting, I think it's a good price. And I had said, you know, I have a vision what I want like my bouquet to look like with roses and things, but then for centerpieces and other things, yeah, we can have some roses, but I'm also open for the less expensive flowers, just to kind of bulk it up. Also, we have at the altar, we're gonna have 2 large, hopefully large bouquets, and then at the end, before you get to the ceremony space, it's like behind the chairs, but kind of where everyone turns around to look at me walking in. We're also gonna have slightly smaller, but other centerpieces, or other huge like bouquets that will be in, like some will be on pillars, and yeah. But then the nice thing is, of course, they're like, well, since it's all the same place, it's super easy. Once the cocktail, like the ceremony is ended, the cocktail reception has ended, your wedding planners will take the bouquets inside and we'll put one on the dessert table, one on the guest book thing, and then just anywhere else they think are needed. So I was like, oh, that's excellent. And the florist that we're going with, it's actually really awesome. For all the centerpieces for the tables, they're like, you know, the vase is included. However, if you bring them back to us within a month, we'll reimburse you the cost of the vase, but you're welcome to keep them. And I was like, that is awesome, because originally we were gonna have like vases there from the people who are doing like our table decor, but then at 1 a.m. after the wedding, they come and take everything away. So then our flowers, our centerpieces, are just gonna be left out, or I don't know, or then we have to bring jugs to put them in water then for the next, you know? So I was like, oh my God, that's brilliant that we can take them home, and then, you know, in a couple weeks or so, then we can bring them back and get reimbursed for like the containers, or just keep them. Anyway, so I got to keep one of the roses. So for my bouquet, I'm gonna do ivory roses, or I mean, yeah, they're not like stark white because my dress isn't stark white. And then, although my wedding color is like, well, I just was like purple, but it's technically eggplant because that's what the bridesmaid dresses are, which are a little darker than I wanted, but I mean, it is what it is. So then we have this, one of them is gonna be my accent, because I'm like, I want mostly the ivory, but I do want like a little bit of purple brought in. However, I don't want like the dark purple, which would be fine for centerpieces, for other things, but I was like, my bouquet, I still want it light. So then we came up with this one. This one, I forget the name. It's something like Shining Night or White Night, or I don't know, but it's beautiful. And like, they showed me a couple different ones that were like, this one, of course, this one is not local. It's grown in California, I think, which means more expensive, but I like this one. I want this color. Whereas there was another one which was local, but it was more pinkish, but I was like, no, I really like this purple one. So pretty. I'm so happy. I think this is beautiful. Yes. Okay, and then what is one other thing that we have done? We have started to look for rings, like wedding bands, which is proving to be quite a challenge because of my beautiful custom ring that Dan designed, well, with the jeweler designed and incorporating his grandmother's diamonds. But yeah, he kind of did like the little curly cues. It has like all these little curly cues here, and then I don't know if you can't really see, but this sticks out really far. So none of the ones will go flat, even like when the ones that like have a bend in it, they still don't look good. So I went to a whole bunch of jewelry stores. So I think we're gonna get custom. Darn my sweet fiance for organizing such a romantic custom jewelry for me. But that's exciting. But the nice thing is then he said they still have a couple of stones from his grandma still that his parents want to incorporate in my wedding band. So they're about like the size of the small stone, which I'm like, oh, that's not. So it probably will be around the same price as getting like a pre-made one. Of course, then you're providing your own diamonds, but then it will fit so flawlessly, so I'm actually really excited. Originally, we were gonna do that, and then we like met with, well, the place that he went now, or the place that he got it done originally, they have retired, so there's another store that do custom jewelry. We met with them, and I'm like, honestly, I just want something basic. It doesn't have to look like amazing. Why don't we just go to a regular store? And Dan's like, well, no. But I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go to a regular store to get inspiration, because I'm so bad at visualizing what something will look like. Even the person was like drawing some things, I'm like, and I had an idea in my head of what I wanted. And so then I tried on something similar in store, and I was like, oh my God, that looks terrible. So thankfully I've changed my mind on that. But yeah, so I went to a couple different like prefab jewelry stores, and I see that with this ring nothing fits. So now I'm really excited that I get to have a custom ring. No, that's me, so yeah, that's pretty special. So I think that is it. Things we're thinking about, well, we're doing all the invitations. Thinking about, we are narrowing down our music choices, because we have a string, not quartet, a string trio for the ceremony and cocktail reception. So we have they have a playlist. You can choose like from 10 different songs of what you want to walk down the aisle with, what you want the song when you're doing the signing the marriage certificate, and all these things. So we've narrowed down the ones we don't like, and now we're just trying to choose the ones we do like. So other things we want to do this month, we have to choose a wedding song, like a first dance song, and learn to dance, or at least something like that. And then I want to try to find a flower girl dress. Now is a good time because it's Easter, so there are a lot of, or not, it's not Easter, but it's Easter now within a month. So there are a lot of like really cute little girl dresses that most of them are kind of the pink and purple, but they also will have some ivory too. So that's, yeah, I'm hoping to find one at just a regular clothing store, not have to go through a bridal store, because then that's gonna be like 10 times the amount. And let's see, we are working on our registry, because we've already had some people ask, where are you guys registered? And I was like, crap, we haven't really done much of that. So we're gonna do that. And then, yes, originally I wasn't gonna have a wedding website, because I'm like, I don't know. But then I guess it is nice, because I don't want to write on the invitation, like we're not doing an open bar. We're providing like wine and like multiple bottles of wine for each table and champagne, but there's a bar at the hotel that's kind of just outside the ballroom. So I want people to know that, but I was like, I don't want to write that on the invitation. So I figured, all right, I will go do that on website. Plus, with the food choices, it's basically beef, fish, or vegetarian. And as a picky eater myself, I would want to know, well, okay, well, I guess it's not that big a deal. I would order the vegetarian anyways, but sometimes it's nice to know. So we've chosen kind of from thing, we're having beef, a strip loin with prawns and potatoes, and then the fish one is sable fish with maple miso and yams, and then the vegetarian, it was between a quinoa tagine, which I was like, that would be really good and healthy, from like really hard to eat because it's kind of like all over the place. So we decided on the pumpkin ravioli with broccolini, tomatoes, and a lemon sage butter sauce and hazelnuts. So that sounds really good. Although I'm like, I guess this is like the menu all year round, because I'm like, pumpkin for a June wedding? Well, that's weird. But oh well. But yeah, quinoa, it's... This, you just you can like cut your ravioli in half, pop it in your mouth, and then just chew and swallow, whereas the other one you're like, I don't know, I just think it'll be easier. And then we're doing I forget what our appetizer is, but I think it's like a strawberry, no, it's spinach with strawberry salad. So that's, you don't get to choose that, that's, everyone has the same. And then we still haven't chosen our wedding cake flavors, but thankfully we don't need to know that till about like a month before the wedding. And then what I also am trying to think of, I want to make like some sort of poster that says, welcome to the wedding of Christy and Daniel. It's like kind of like this big. So I don't know like if I can find like a frame or something, then that would be good, and just, I don't know. Or then my friend has a Cricut machine, something that I really want to get, that I was like, oh, I can get it for the wedding, and it just, in my mind, will help justify the cost of paying like $300 for a Cricut. But then you can cut out things. But then I was like, or I could just, if I'm only going to use it to have like fancy writing, if I like put it on like a piece of glass or something, then I'm like, I can just get my friend to cut that out. But we shall see. Big thing this month, yes, cards, flower girl dress, and kind of making posters. Oh, and yeah, making wedding website and registry. So that is it for our 3 months to the wedding update. Still so much to do. Am I forgetting things? Probably. But yeah, I think we've had a very productive past month, specifically the past 2 weeks where everything kind of fell into place. Yeah, so I will see you guys. I never made that honeymoon video, but I will because it's exciting. And then I'll see you guys when we're 2 months away. That will be stressful. Alright, bye.